Greetings from Las Vegas. I'm Jeff Chain. Today, I'm going to talk about office buildings in the Las Vegas market. First, I want to thank Simon for inviting me over. Office buildings are something that are dear to my heart, as I've developed over 1 million square feet of office buildings here in Las Vegas. What develop means, it's slightly different from what building means, is the developer hires the contractor, the engineers, the architects. He's the orchestra leader that puts everything together to get the project built, occupied, financed, filled, and sold eventually. So doing that over 1 million square feet here in Las Vegas, this is something I enjoy doing, as well as since I've been the owner, I understand from an owner's perspective what a good transaction is and a bad transaction. We have millions of square feet of office here in Las Vegas, but today we're just going to talk about 7 of the buildings. They're all Class B urban suburban type office buildings. And Class B means they're typically 3 stories or less. They're in a suburban market. They have walk-up grade level parking versus a Class A, which we're not going to talk about today, which is a high-rise building like you're going to find in New York, San Francisco, Los Angeles, with parking garages and stone on the outside. And those are a whole different animal. So the first one we're going to talk about is 520 South 9th Street. 9th Street is in the downtown area of Las Vegas. It's frequently known as Attorney Row. This is a single asset house. It's 3,135 feet, built in 1942, as most of them in the downtown area have been. And these are primarily occupied by small law practices because it's within walking distance of the court. So this is an owner user or rental property at $850,000. That's $271 a foot. The second one is out in Anthem, which is in the Henderson area of Las Vegas. It's kind of a suburb to the south part of the valley. It's primarily a retirement community, but it's still very highly densely populated and it's got lots of traffic. This is a 5,040 square foot building built in 2002, which is when a lot of these buildings were built, is the early 2000s. So it's on the market for $2.11 million, which is $420 a foot. It's fully built out and ready to occupy. It's got some tenants in place. Third property we're going to talk about is in central Las Vegas. It's on West Charleston, just down the road from the studio. It's at 6761 West Charleston. It's 3,804 square feet, built in 1985. It's a single-story multi-tenant, which means there could be more than one tenant occupying the space. It's 3,864 feet, built in 1985. It's on a bus line. It's well maintained and cared for, and Charleston is one of the major dividing lines in the Las Vegas between north and south. So it's heavily trafficked, and as well as lots of office buildings. The next one we're going to talk about is on the same street, Charleston, but this is at 1,100 West Charleston. This is in the community of Summerlin, which is the nation's #1 master plan community for many, many years in a row. This is a high quality suburban office building with one of my favorite restaurants as one of the tenants, as well as lots of attorneys, title companies, and other upscale uses. This is 71,000, so it's a very large 2-story building built in 2005. It's on the market currently for $23,800,000, which is $332 a foot. And it's currently about 80% occupied, and this is a 6.97% cap rate. Once again, the cap rate is if you paid cash the $23 million and change, didn't have any financing, you're going to get a 6.97, just shy of a 7% return on your cash. And if you lever the deal, you'll advance your returns even higher. The next one is also in Summerlin. It's on Hillwood, 9525 Hillwood Drive. It's part of the original part of Summerlin. This was built in, guess again, 2002. It's 24,285 square feet. They're on the market for $7.3 million, which is $300 a foot. They're again multi-tenant property, currently about 80% occupied, so there are upsides in both rent and price appreciation as the market starts to change. The next one is a special favorite of mine. 2621 or 2629 West Horizon Ridge. This is out in Henderson, close to the Anthem Market. I actually built this one. It's a condo development about 70,000 feet, but this is an individual condo of 4,500 square feet, built in 2004. And it's on the market for $1,450,000 at $322 a foot. Again, at 4,500 square feet, that gives you opportunities to occupy the entire space, split it up into multiple tenants. The final one we're going to talk about is right down the street at 7836 West Sahara. It's in an office park with lots of my accountants actually next door. This is 4,800 square feet, built in 2003. It's on the market for $1.8 million at $375 a foot. There again, it's partially occupied. It's great as a single tenant or a multi-tenant building. One of the questions some of you may be thinking about is, why would I want to get into an office building? In many cases, I would absolutely agree with you. Downtown, big city America, New York, San Francisco, Chicago, Los Angeles, is way overbuilt in what's called Class A office building, the high-rise parking structure, and people aren't utilizing as much space as they used to due to technology. However, there's lots and lots of services. Your dentist is not online. Your doctor can be online, but they can't do physical stuff. Your accountant can be online, but he's got to have a staff. The legal system does a lot offline, or online, but they also still need places for record storage, secretaries, and everything else. Well, office is challenged in a lot of areas. Small suburban office, like what we talked about today, still has a very long and strong future because of its flexibility and the need for some services that can never be delivered online. If you need to follow up with any further questions, either call Simon or you can call myself, Jeff Chain, 702-379-8855. That same number finds me on Instagram as well. Thank you.